Dear relatives, thank you all for offering the tobacco. The tobacco, in our understanding and our way of life, is a very sacred gift, and it's a symbol of giving. And whenever we make an offer for help, they say we always put the tobacco in the front. And they said that tobacco has great power. And all the gifts that we have has great power. But it begins by offering tobacco. So not only have you honored us, here this morning to help as much as we can, to find something that has been requested by the leaders of these 7 communities. I'm sure that you're all excited to hear the name that's being given to this special place that is being created. This morning, through ceremony, we asked the ancestors for guidance and help. As we unite, as we are united as the 7 communities. And to maintain that spirit of unity, it will require a spirit of respect and trust between the communities to ensure that there will be success in the vision of creating a place that will reflect our identity and our autonomy. In this current time of great change, there is also the opportunity to highlight our true identity as the true leaders of our homeland. I would like to repeat that again, as the true leaders of our homeland, because that is the truth. We are the true leaders of our homeland. The name that has been given through ceremony, the name will be called Naawi-Oodena. Naawi-Oodena. Naawi-Oodena, meaning the root of the word is in the center of the heart. So the name again is Naawi-Oodena. Naawi-Oodena. Oodena, it has something to do with community. I think that the way that our people do, there's something about the town, but that's not the way the language is. Oodena is the heart, the community of the heart, bringing back the real meaning, the spiritual meaning of Oodena. Now is the center. And we are truly at the center of the continent of Turtle Island. And before I forget, the spirit that came was a turtle. The grandmother turtle was the one that named this, what you're about to embark on. And the other thing I thought about, as the ceremony was going, was you need to find a place within that place where it shows and reflects our identity as a people. And I'm sure that can be created in that space somehow. And you'll probably need the help of elders to create something in there, because that's what's missing. Is that part of our spiritual identity, because we're a spiritual people, and we need to reflect that with the values and the teachings, that define who we are. So, Chimi Gach again, to all of you that are here, the leaders of our communities.
I want to thank you all. Thank you, Dave, for the honor. And I was asked by the Treaty 1 chiefs to offer tobacco to you and to have this ceremony to name the district in Winnipeg, Kapyong. And it is so good to see that we went back and asked the Creator for that name. I mean, we did have a competition with our youth, and we're going to be looking at how we're going to utilize those names with Kapyong, but we needed to go back and find out exactly through the spirits, what it should be named. So, and I'll learn it pretty quick. I know Utenan is what that means, but what was it again? The first Naawi-Oodena. Naawi-Oodena. It's appropriate because it is in the center, right, and center of Turtle Island. So it makes a lot of sense that's the name, and we'll get Dave to write the descriptive so we have it on somewhere on the land in Winnipeg. So it is very important that we name it, that it's our name, and thank all of the 7 communities that are part of Treaty 1. Thank you to the Treaty 1 staff that are here to participate, also with us. And of course, our elders and our people that do the ceremonies on behalf of our people. Because, we definitely have to fight and be united in what we do. And we're definitely showing that, this example of what we're doing at Kapyong. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of things that need to be done. And if we all work together, have the same vision, it'll be such a boost for our people, all of our 7 communities, and all Indigenous people that live in Winnipeg, how they can say, that there is a home in Winnipeg that our people can come to, and that's going to be the land that we have there in the Kapyong area. So, on behalf of Saging and our leadership, I welcome you and thank you for being here this morning. We are going to have lunch later on, but I want to pass the mic over to each of the chiefs and the representatives of the communities to speak and share.
Friends, relatives, my name is Dennis Meaches. I'm Chief Long Plain. Been a public servant for 25 years. It's beautiful to be here with you today. It's a beautiful ceremony, beautiful name, giving ceremony for what we know as Kapyong. We've been on a long journey. Public service, 25 years. I've always been so fascinated with our way of life, our history, our culture, and working towards the repatriation of who we are as Anishinaabe. We're so grateful to our grandfathers, our grandmothers, because they understood what was going on, and they've always understood. And they preserved the songs and the dances through different societies, such as a grass dance society at Long Plain. So the promise of the future with Kapyong and my fellow leaders, we've been fighting hard for this for a very long time. And the goal is to bind Treaty 1. I tell people, I look forward to the day that the Treaty 1 Nation Governing Council, the Treaty 1 people, are actually just one reserve or one nation. We will make our mark. It's a repatriation of land. And it's ironic in some ways, but Kapyong, the fight for Kapyong, it took us 20 years. And many, even in my own community, didn't believe we would win this. They said to me, a few said to me, stop wasting our money on lawyers. Stop fighting for Kapyong. Can you imagine if we stopped fighting for our land and our rights, what that would do? We can never stop fighting. We have to always continue to fight a good fight because there's a lot at stake. A lot at stake. We must continue on that path and that journey, that medicine wheel. So the opportunity there, the T1DC, T1 Nation staff, they're doing tremendous work. The energy of that place is very, very, very high. There's a lot of excitement. So we're looking at building, homes for people. 3,000 doors, 3,000 units. We're looking at palliative care. We're looking at, of course, gas bars, hotels, commercial centers, and Chief Henderson will speak on that one a little bit later. But everything, it's about repatriating the economy, right? The Indigenous economy, creating thousands of jobs for Indigenous people. I want to sing you a song. This song I composed quite a few years back. It's a 4-direction song. So this song, it's a gift. It's a gift to the lodge. Wabaneng ni wabedan at sokan ni nakwena mane ginagajig manedo ginagajig yayaw shawanen niwabedan at sokan ninakwena manedo ginagajig manedo ginagajig yaw nagwayag niwabedan at sukat ninakwena manedo ginagajig manedo ginagajig yaw Kiwetenang niwabedan at sokan ninakwena maneto ginagajig maneto ginagajig yaw Abigwach, ang wabasik.
Kuai no de kit chimiwech kandam yang ai saging devin wit up mi week. So Dave ne des nekas. Kit chimiwech ai don nom de bachai ai gine ta de bachim. So ai okay gan wa ni ni jin ka de logic ticket na ani ne ji kidon Anishinaabe mon me kenak okay gan na. Te wega mik. I get no day kitai kichemi watch the kwamai kabi chuigan de wacho kun gichi ka hewan is anagak. I again Preston man about it San Begin winjo. I gichi and I'm getting man about a bit no kid can representative of Sandy Bay. Makadevenes this nikas kawi kwendo gak tunji mima ai hejui makanyang. I chige uai anuki ngai adu tameng kana uai Kapyong Barracks ka nu ai nuch tuik pachina kastin wen daigis sai hoge makan mat kenesh ngoi mi ata no ai chunde na mati aking kana like ein when a big abi unje bezang nom I de wajigi man adat mi kanan I want to touch give me my bizamin, Pinish man give it ausnemen. Mi ube jigun madezing. Madezing, the man adet mi kanang madezing, but I want to touch shani mamayan. He ran it auslandi mawi no de jain. He can sky kizens man about a bit. I need can as in Majad and you mark our kizens and the tadzit. Why, what can I no king adu daming? I is ring a hogamakan so can tunishing me can under nagata monget gavin uchak chinano kyot ke no kana so kichige wega in a commusing but gan you up chicken nesh guy to see on this kademashi na all right when you go Jimmy Witch.
I just first of all want to give thanks for being here today and give thanks for the ceremony, that was done here. Also give thanks for everybody that has come to be with us and for hosting us here at Turtle Lodge. the pipes that were smoked, and obviously the songs that were played, and the stories, our history that has been shared. I know, I guess coming here, I was looking forward to that, and still looking forward, I guess, in terms of how we move forward. I know many times back home, just as the other chiefs, we've taken a lot of criticism for pursuing this, and I know what Dennis is talking about, in terms of the community, in terms of the understanding of why this fight had to be taken and carried out, I guess, the way it had been carried out. It's meant to not only bring those teaching in, I guess, as far as our history and understanding the reasons why we need to do this. It represents an opportunity, not only economic development and repatriating that particular property, but it also means breaking, I guess, away from those shackles of colonialism. I know we have to operate within that at this current time, but the fact is we must promote our ways of doing things. And along with that will come that knowledge, will come that education for our young people, and I guess get out of that box, that reservation system. I know that's something that I believe wholeheartedly in. I think we are going to learn a lot through this process, and I think it points to a great future for us. But also we must embody our knowledge and our ways within those developments. I've always stated, to our team and to the chiefs, we need to show the most environmental friendly development that we can, because that's our responsibility as a people, in terms of respecting Mother Earth, respecting all the elements of it. And thinking back over the years, it has been difficult, but at the same time, the rewards and the doors that it's going to open for us, but also to be able to pass on our knowledge and bringing our communities together as one. It's going to show our strength. It's going to show the strength of us as Anishinaabe people, and how welcome we are, once again, in signing that Treaty Number 1, how welcome we are in terms of society, how we can live, work, and move forward in peace and harmony. That's what those treaties were meant for. And I think, that's what this represents to us, the importance of it. And I do give thanks, for that, to being able to get here. I know there's elders in our community that stated the same thing. We'll never see that in our lifetime. But today, those elders are still alive. We're achieving things. And, with these ceremonies, and obviously with the commitment that we have as a people, we will achieve these things. And to me, we need to achieve them faster, because I'm not always going to be around. As Dennis stated, we may move on, but there are leaders that are up and coming. We need to leave, and people that are up and coming, our young people, we need to leave good things for them, to be able to continue to move us forward and continue to expand on our ways and share what has maintained us over many generations, living here on Mother Earth. And obviously, with the water being a major part of that, we must protect those things. And especially our way of doing things, our governance, our knowledge, and our traditions must carry on. And I believe our doors are going to open even further, educating others out there of our ways. So I appreciate being here today, and I give thanks for that. Even the roads were pretty icy too coming, but nothing could keep us away today from being here, and I just give thanks for that. Miigwech.
I just want to, again, thank everybody for speaking. Again, my English name is Robert, family name Matwe Ashing, Nimusi being Doc Creek and Donji. I just want to talk about the name that was gifted today. And before I say that, I also want to mention that we have different languages built within our language, if I can say that, and if that's making sense. We have everyday language, we have prayer language, we have spiritual language. The tobacco that was passed in order to ask for that name of this entity that Treaty 1 is creating within the city of Winnipeg is a spiritual name. Uteena, Naawi-Oodena, okay? And again, the rough translation of that is the center of the heart. But the other thing I want to also mention is Uteena. That's what we call any town, any city within the language, Uteena. And the root word of that is Ute Undinigean. It's a place we would go, whether it's a town or a city, to go and gather whatever supplies we needed. Uteena. That's why in the language I was saying the spirits are comical sometimes, because even here there's kind of a play on words with respect to the name that this new place has been given. But further to that, Uteena is Geteinan, okay, the root word, Geteinan, our heart. And the place is being called the center of the heart. And what I'm getting basically is whatever it is that is being created by the Treaty 1 communities with respect to what was then known as Kapyong Barracks, which is now known as Naawi-Oodena, has to be rooted, and there has to be a place created that allows spirit to move throughout that community that's being created. And anybody that comes into contact with this place and what it's going to look like and represent in the future will feel that spirit, even to the point where the spirit will radiate to the rest of the city and everybody that's a part of that city, right? You guys are being given a very precious gift here as the leadership of those communities. And I implore you not to lose sight of that, right? Like everything that's been done here today has been done through ceremony to invoke spirit to guide us and to lead us. And the name that it has been given is very significant. I don't know if you've grasped it yet, but if you haven't, it will come to you. You're going to feel it, right? Especially once the work actually starts, and that the name that's been gifted is shared out there with the public. You know, they're going to see this place as the center of the heart, the center of our people's hearts, which again, right from day one, we've tried to share with the newcomers that came. But we're now in a time where finally, I believe, they're trying to lend us their ears. Whether they heed what it is we're saying and what we're sharing, that's on them. But all we can do, again, is continue doing what we're doing. And that's just something I wanted to share. Miigwech.
Miigwech on behalf of our community, on behalf of the Treaty 1 Chiefs, thank you, for listening to each one of us share. I could have spoke for hours like Chief Beaches, but Chief is, he's the one that speaks, and here's what we want to do there. We give him all the guidance, and, it's really good that we can develop that property for our people, like you said, not just treat them, but for all of our Indigenous people. We need to put that mark, that landmark, in the city, because that's where a lot of our people live. And it's not because they have no choice. There's housing issues, we have employment, right? And that's where they go, and it's important that we recognize that. So again, Miigwech, and it was an honor to pass that tobacco to Dave and to do this. When I was asked by the chiefs to do this, I presented Dave with some tobacco when saw him at his house, and here we are today. We have a name for Kapyong. So Dave, just on behalf of our community, of course, thank you for taking the time and, working with our Treaty 1 chiefs to have this ceremony today. So we have a little gift for you. There you go, Dave. Stand up, Dave. We'll have the girls wrap you in a blanket.
Thank you.
Chimigwech, Dave.